This is Hardcore Minecraft. During this series, I will be pushing the limits of what I'm able to build, adding in a little bit of fun, and obviously, a little bit of danger. As with all Minecraft series, I started off by gathering some wool, I then got some logs, and created a crafting table, and I made myself some wooden tools. I then mined some stone, and instantly got rid of these wooden tools. I then crafted myself a furnace, mined a little bit of coal, and then it was time to find ourselves a village. After about 45 minutes of searching, all I found was this chicken. Until amazingly, I found this spruce village. Unfortunately, it was completely useless, so I left, and as I was leaving, I noticed a ruined portal. So I made my way over to the ruined portal, knowing full well that nothing could possibly distract me, apart from this cave that I thought would house iron. But it didn't, so I completely wasted my time, and then we got to the ruined portal, and we opened this chest for the grand reveal of absolutely nothing. With nothing but a little bit of obsidian gathered, I then headed off to go find another village where we can hopefully call home. But along the way, I did this epic jump. Ooh. I also found a little bit of surface iron, and now we have iron. Unfortunately, there was only 2, so I can't actually do anything with it. Eventually found a village, and this is where we're gonna make home. But first things first, I still need to get iron, and there are 2 ways to get iron. One of them is to go mining, but unfortunately, this can be a little bit dangerous. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to build an iron farm. And for some stupid and unknown reason, I'm going to build it in this hill. So I spent the next, let's just say, long time clearing out a large enough area inside to fit our iron farm. With the space cleared out, it was time to begin our iron farm. The farm I'm using is Ray Works, link is in the description, go and check it out. And with the farm complete, all that's left to do now was to wrangle some villagers, which everybody knows is the most horrific part of Minecraft. So off I went with a broom stand in hand and a dream. As you can imagine, this went completely smoothly without a hitch.
A few moments later.
Get out of the water! Get out! Why are you in the water? How have you even managed it? Just get out of the water! And after all that stress, we finally had them in their beds. Now, it's time for a zombie. Which amazingly, I got done first try! It didn't even take that long! Now, with our fully operational iron farm complete, we have to make it look a little more pretty on the outside. So here is a glorious time lapse. And with the main structure in place, all that was left to do was collect some leaves and place some leaves. And then I added in a little bit of lanterns and a little bit of a path, just to connect it all in to the rest of the village. And now with all of our iron, I crafted myself a pickaxe, some legs, some shoes, and a hat. Now that we've got iron, it is time to head to the nether. So here I am, building a nether portal. Ooh, interesting. And with the nether portal finally made, it was time to light it up and head on through. As I got through to the other side of the nether, I realized I was so close to death. Look at this, it's 1 block. That's just ridiculous. So I made sure I was a little bit safer for the return journey. And then I headed off to go and find us a fortress. But all I found to start with was a really annoying ghast. And pigman, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. This is bad, bad, bad. I have 2 blocks. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Run, run, run. Everything's... Oh my god, there's a hole. Okay, let's just calm down. Rip, calm down. Everything's fine. Anyway, let's find ourselves a nether fortress. Fortunately, it didn't take long for me to find a fortress. Woo! Fortress! Once inside the fortress, it was time to hunt for some chests and for some blaze rods. Aha! Blaze! Ow. And within no time at all, we had ourselves 11 blaze rods. With the blaze rods collected, it was time to see if we could find ourselves some diamonds and see what else this fortress has to offer. Aha! Saddle! I'm sure that'll come in handy. With everything collected in the fortress, it was time to gather ourselves some ender pearls. I found myself a warped biome, set myself up a little platform like so, angered some endermen, and we went from there. And after what could only be described as an eternity, I finally had enough pearls. So I left the warped biome and I headed back to my nether portal, which I think is this way. I don't know where my portal is. I'm very lost. Eventually I found my portal and I headed back to the overworld, where I crafted my blaze rods into blaze powder and turned all of those pearls into eyes of ender. With the ender pearls crafted, we started our journey to find the stronghold. But everything was not as it seemed on this journey, as I came across these sheep bullying this poor pig. Oi, leave that pig alone. Get out of here. Get out of it. You, sir, are very welcome. We should keep the pig. Okay, we're keeping the pig. It was as I attempted to ride the pig that I realized I need a fishing rod and a carrot. But I have a carrot, so I just had to make myself a fishing rod. So I headed off in search of a cave to find some spiders. I dealt with the spiders, and then I had string. So I made that into a fishing rod, and then I made that into a carrot on a stick. As I arrive back with the carrot on a stick, I can see just sheer delight in this little pig's face. We then set off on our journey to face a dragon. Oh my god, he's so cute! He's so cute, yes you are. You shall from now on be known as Jasper. I've got to admit, this may not have been my greatest idea. Oh, he's got speed, he's got gas, he's going. Oh, look at him go. Yeah, pace. This could take a while. And after some glorious Rip and Jasper time, we finally reached our destination. The only issue now was to find a way to get Jasper into the stronghold. So I broke a cardinal sin in Minecraft and I dug straight down. And eventually, we finally got ourselves into the stronghold, which is where things kind of went a little bit wrong. Ow, 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 ow. Die. Okay, this is not good. Can I be the first person to die to these? Oh my god, they open up lava. No! Jasper! Oh my god. Jasper, this is not the place to mess about. Jasper, 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 no. Jasper, Jasper, I might actually die. Oh my god. This could be close. Oh my god. Ah, right, Jasper, no going near lava. Right, let's just cover up all of the lava. Jasper, we need to go that way. Jasper, this way. And with minimum help from Jasper, I covered up all of the lava and everything was safe again. I then placed all the Eye of Enders inside of the portal and then realized I'd forgotten too. Yay. So I set off in search of some ender pearls. But I found 2 diamonds, so that's a win. But unfortunately, I got distracted by this mine shaft that was cutting right through it. And I thought, why not have a little look? And I'm glad I did, because I found some diamonds instantly. Lucky me. Eventually, I came back to a stronghold, and I found my first chest, which had fortune. Ooh, take that. Eventually, I came across these 2 chests. This one didn't have a pearl in it, but this one didn't have 1. It had 2. And a golden apple. And on my way back, which I definitely didn't get lost, and after finding my way back, I crafted up the ender pearls into Eyes of Ender, and it was time for me and Jasper to head to the end, in what can only be described as the most dramatic battle you'll ever see in your life. As I came through on Jasper, I realized something wasn't quite right. I didn't bring any blocks with me. How am I gonna... Oh, can I get to there? Fortunately, I had about 4 blocks, which was just about enough to get across, which happened to come just in time, as the dragon took out the platform, but luckily, me and Jasper weren't on it. It was at this stage that I also realized I made another fatal error. In my inventory, I have no arrows or bow. So I decided what I'll do is I will tower up and I'll break them all individually. But obviously, I didn't have any blocks. So I hopped off Jasper, mined a few blocks, and began to tower up. I got about halfway up before the dragon decided to be rude and take a little shot at me. But luckily, I was high enough and I survived. And then I pulled off this really cool MLG. But little did I know that disaster was just around the corner. Jasper, move! Jasper, no! Jasper! Jasper! No! He killed Jasper! You are joking me! How could you? Oh, wait, okay, apart. Let's just actually be careful. Oh! As you can imagine, I took this quite well. This is the end of you, dragon! This is for Jasper! Screw you, dragon! I then headed home, but I couldn't shake this feeling that something was still missing. There can only truly be one way to remember Jasper. And with the shrine finally complete, there's just one thing to add to say goodbye to Jasper. Farewell, Jasper. Welcome back to Hardcore Minecraft. In today's episode, I'm going to be annoying these beautiful villagers by upgrading their homes from this to something a little bit special. And as always, don't forget, if you're enjoying the series, you can always subscribe. Anyway, let's just get into the video. Today's journey begins in the end, where I gathered some shulkers with a bish, bash, and a bosh. And I also gathered myself my first set of wings. And we found ourselves a glorious diamond pickaxe. And then I made an epic discovery. Wait, I can make shulker boxes. I didn't bring any wood. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. I explored more cities and I gathered even more shulker shells. Unfortunately, things went a little bit awkward. It's very dangerous. I may have made a mistake. No. Okay, this is really dangerous now. Where am I going? I'm up here. I'm up here. Don't want to be up here. Do not want to go this way. Don't want to go this way. Right, shield up. I didn't bring any food. How did that hit me? I'm shielded. Oh my god, I'm in trouble. Oh my god, I brought glowberries. Who'd have thought glowberries would save the day? That was ridiculously close. That was so unnecessary. And with everything tidied up, We grabbed the end chest and we headed home. Once home, I crafted myself some shulker boxes and I headed off to do an epic resource gather. I started off by grabbing some diorite. I then crafted this. It's a polished diorite because it's kind of a pretty block, and I've got to admit, I do like the look of it. I then headed into Nether to grab myself some quartz, but unfortunately, something went a little bit wrong. No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. He ran in front of me. Oh my god. I don't have any blocks. Okay, I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. Oh wait, I have rockets. What am I doing? Oh Jesus. Mistakes have been made. I was only supposed to be getting some quartz. I got 6. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna trade for quartz because I think that's the best way to get quartz. Haha. Yeah, I'm doing villagers. I'm not dealing with this. So that's what I did. I headed home, I set up this little trading center, and I've been trading for quite some time. Unfortunately, I don't have much, as you can see, only like 24. This is going to take me a little bit of time. And after what can only be described as an eternity, it was finally complete. As you can see, we have plenty of quartz, and now it's time to set up where we're going to be building this. This area looks perfect. I mean, from the top, we may need to expand it out a little bit, but everything is going to be beautiful. So guess what? Let's get into a glorious time lapse. And here it is in all its glory. And when we're diorite, I know, polished diorite, who'd have thought it? But actually, it works so well with quartz. By the way, don't build with quartz. It's horrific. I've been over there so many times just getting more and more quartz. This is taking me like, I feel like 3 or 4 days. I'm not even joking. The trading has been insane. Obviously against the cobblestone, it looks really nice as well. So like got these stairs that come up and it comes on in to our main hall. We've got some lighting at the top. I've put some torches down for now. We're going to make it look better, but obviously we need to then create our, we won't call them cells, but they're going to be cells, okay? They're going to be cells. Obviously, we need to find a way of actually breeding, which is what this little hole's for down here. If I hop on down, in here is where we will have our breeder. Our breeding system's going to be in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them come up a bubble vapor, maybe in this corner, and then sort of spill out into their own, I can put it, room. I think that has got to be like one of the greatest ideas I've ever had in my life. And let's be honest, Jasper would be proud. The issue I have now is getting those guys over here and into a breeder, which I think is going to be a real pain. But I'm so happy with how this worked out. Like the cow site, like it looks so nice as a space. Granted, it's very empty, but the more villagers we get, the greater it's going to look. Because what I don't want to happen, let me just grab some dirt, some spare dirt. What I don't want to happen is having things like this. Like I think this is going to look terrible. And then you just put like a workstation there and there, and then you'll just have a villager stood here. I mean, that's not what this place is going to be. I don't know what this place is going to be, but it's not going to be like that. I kind of want to have it in their own sections. So like this quarter here could be, I don't know, all of my masons, and I'll just have them running around. I might have them running around, to be fair. They might just be sat at workstations in a minecart because I don't want them running around. Like, I think that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to build up the masons here. Librarians, we're going to build up a kind of a library and then have them sat in lecterns just randomly on in their minecarts on rails. And then I think over here we can have our wait, what do we need? Clerics. Clerics can be over here. They're just going to sit there as if they're like doing, I don't know, potions and brewing and doing stuff. And then over here we will add in the others. that I can't think of right now, but there will be others. So that's what we're going to do. So we're now going to start building up this section here. This is where we're going to put our lectern, guys. So let's turn that into a library. But I need books first. To get the books I need for this build, I headed back down to the stronghold, where I remembered I don't have an axe. This could take a while. But I did find a Fortune 3 book. Have I not raided this? This is amazing. Wait, there's another one down here. I don't have an axe. Sharp 3, power 3, power 4, sharp 4. What is this? With everything gathered, I headed back. As I returned home, I realized I've been visited by a wandering trader. I really wish you were in my super flat world. But fortunately, he's no use to me here, so yeah, just let him live his life, I guess. I then needed some wood to go along with the books that we gathered from the stronghold, and I crafted myself some glorious bookshelves. Okay, we're just going to spam these around in this corner here. I think if we just do this, we can have like a guy sat in there, and then we can have a guy sat in there. Why not? I mean, we can just do this, and then we can just have like another little cordon of them over here. We spam these around because in Minecraft, if you spam blocks, eventually it'll look good. I mean, it doesn't always, but eventually you can make something that looks a little bit special. It looks a mess. I'm not gonna lie, it does look a mess, but trust me, it's gonna work. All right, let's think about this. Let's grab some minecarts. Take 4 to start with, grab some rails, yes, 32 rails, and we just place them in where we're roughly going to have them, which I think is about there. We'll have another one over here, why not? We'll have a guy over just randomly here looking over there, and we'll have another one. Let's just put him facing there. I think that's going to be fine, because then we'll have 5 of them just sat literally just in their minecarts like so, and it looks like they're kind of shopping, they're kind of doing things, they're kind of like, I don't know, just looking around doing bits. I think that adds to it. I think that is the way that we add to it. It just stops it being a generic trading hall where like you have them all in cells and stuff, and you know, I think it just makes it look a little bit more fun. We have fortune, we can have silk touch, we can have mending, we can have unbreaking, and then whichever one, I don't know, in the comments let me know what I should do. I don't know. Biggest problem is going to be getting villagers in here, so let me take that challenge on right now. And as if by magic, here they are, my 2 villagers in a breeder ready to go. Unfortunately, they've got the raw end of the deal. They're going to produce me a lot of villagers. I guess it's time to get breeding. And here he is. We got our first baby villager. All that's left to do is turn him into a librarian, and we are good to go. This is taking a lot longer than I would have hoped. I'm also breeding some more, so you might see some hearts appearing through the floor. But now these guys are set up, what we need to do really is tidy this area up. So I'm going to throw in some trapdoors and some signs, some fences. Cool. I think that kind of works. I like these scattered looks, so I'm going to leave them in. Maybe we just fill in some gaps like so. Makes it look a little more lived in. I think that looks absolutely lovely. It's chaotic, but I kind of like it. We're going to develop it over time, but we need to deal with something different today. As you can see, I have no food in my hotbar, meaning we have no way of making food. So let's head on over and get that process fixed. Oh yeah, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on an episode ever again. Anyway, let's start this thing. First off, I started off by finding an area, and this one looks just about perfect. So I crafted myself a hoe, I tilled the ground, and I planted myself some wheat. And with the wheat grown, I finally had some food. Unfortunately, this isn't really what I have in mind of adding farms, so let's try and automate this a little bit. Which means we need some resources. And I mean, we could do this one of 2 ways. One way is to just chop down loads of wood like this. Or we could make ourselves an automatic wood farm, which unfortunately means I need to chop down loads of wood. So here I am chopping down loads of wood. With the wood gathered, it was time to grab some iron. So I got myself some iron from our lovely iron farm, I mined a load of cobblestone, I then gathered a bit of redstone, and I made about 90 pistons. You heard that right, 90 pistons. Smelted up some sand to get a little bit of glass, and then everything was pretty much ready. All that's left to do is obviously build it. And to build it, it's kind of simple. Okay, right, I kind of lied. I'm not going to show you how to build it, but I'm going to tell you how this works. What you can see is we have a load of pistons. These pistons are used to break leaves. All of the leaves will get pushed and break almost instantly, dropping saplings, apples, and sticks. As you can see, we've got a dispenser that's full of bone meal, and as you place a full block in front of it, guess what? Boom, it fires. Isn't that amazing? Obviously, a dispenser doesn't fire by itself, so you do have to add in 2 observers and a sticky piston onto a lever, which then will trigger the system. And with the machine activated, as you can see, it comes all the way to the end, but unfortunately it stops because it can only push. But we want more than just one line. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this gloriously large wall of pistons. So what happens is when they come to the end, it activates this redstone torch and it pushes it along, as you can see by this glorious time lapse. And now you've got your full block of wood, there's only one thing to do, and that is to mine it all down. And as you can see, you actually get quite a bit of wood. I think this is what, nearly 7 stacks? that ain't too bad. And this is taking me a grand total of 3 minutes. But one thing that isn't going to take 3 minutes is to actually make this thing look pretty. So here it is in a glorious time lapse. Enjoy. And here it is. I actually think this came out really nicely. I like the way the bricks really tie in with the rest of the build. I was going for a Roman style, considering we already have the Greek style over here. I'm not sure why. Mainly I forgot that I did Greek and now we did Roman. But anyway, it's fine. We're doing, I know, mythological stuff. But the best part of it all is that this thing actually still works. Inside, you just turn the lever on and away it goes. You head down to the back. This is where all the wood will sit. And with the farm now completed, it is time for us to move on to what we were supposed to be doing. And that is a carrot farm. Fortunately, we now have wood, so let's head on over to the area and get this party started. What I'm looking at doing is adding in 3 platforms. 1 platform up here, 1 over here, and 1 in the middle. But I want to add a nice centerpiece to this, which unfortunately isn't available yet. So I'm going to have to now update to 1.20. Now here we are in 1.20. As you can see, everything now looks really bland and horrible because I don't have any of my texture packs, any of my things that make things look that little bit better. And as I said before, I want to add a centerpiece right here, meaning we have to go and find ourselves a cherry blossom. So here I am, flying through the air, searching for some cherry blossoms. I eventually found some cherry blossoms, and I've got to be honest, I wasn't that bothered about this entire 1.20 update. It kind of felt like it wasn't a proper update to me, but now it's here. I've got to admit, I love it. I actually kind of love it, if I'm honest. This feels so nice to be in and amongst it all. I mean, the wood's nice, the leaves are nice, everything's just quite nice. And I did spend about 20 minutes just punching petals. Oh my god. Okay, right. This could be me for a while. This could be me for a while. I like this. Unfortunately, I couldn't spend all day here, so we had to head off and see what the rest of 1.20 has to offer. The first thing I came across was these underwater structures, because I heard that there's this stuff called suspicious gravel. So I headed down and I found some, and it gave me my first ever pottery shard. I'm pretty sure you need 4 of them to make an actual piece of pottery, so I carried on searching, but unfortunately, I only found the 1. With only 1 found, I set off in search of something called a trailed ruins, or ruined trails. But I came across this igloo instead, so I headed down and I found myself a golden apple. And 2 villagers who I kind of just left there. Not gonna lie, we left them. It was kind of interesting to just to like find stuff that you don't tend to find that often in Minecraft. I mean, that's what this update's all about, is more exploration. And I kind of love it. I've got to admit, it feels quite nice. But unfortunately, as amazing as igloos are, they are not ruined trails. So I set off again in search. And as I was wandering through, I found this fox. So I followed him for a little bit, got bored, wandered off, and somehow, by pure luck, I discovered this. Is that terracotta? Oh my god, have I accidentally found one? Oh my god, we found... What? I don't even know what this is actually called. I was chasing foxes. And once I'd composed myself, I got out my brush and I started to do the work. We managed to find ourselves some pretty nice stuff. I've got to admit, I wasn't sure what you could actually get, and I came across something a little special. What are you? Wait, you're the netherite thing. Yes, I know, netherite thingy. Leave me alone, okay? I know what I'm on about. I finally returned home, and this is what I'd gathered. Ooh, look at it. Doesn't it look like lots? Yeah, I got a bit carried away, and I mined for like another half an hour after I said I'd finish. But it was time to actually get on with what I'm supposed to be doing. So I planted these 2 saplings and I waited for them to grow. But I haven't got time to wait, so I bone mealed them instead. I did not realize how tall these things grew. But anyway, I got my shears and I gathered myself some leaves. And we were ready to begin our build. I started off by building a trunk. This will give us a centerpiece and allows us to add these branches to branch off along the top. This will give us a rough guide of where we can put our leaves. At the bottom, I created the root system, which I think actually looks okay. I found when spamming in the leaves, it actually works better if you kind of create a canopy, like a cap on top. So start in the middle and just work your way down, and it actually looks quite good. Obviously, at this stage, it doesn't look completely finished, but by the time we add in a few fences, a gate or 2, everything now looks bloody awesome. Only thing to add in is some blossoms on the floor, and there you have it. A lovely little centerpiece. Yes, I know, I haven't built the food yet, so I guess I better start. So I crafted 2 hoes, went over, and I tilled myself a load of land, planted myself a load of carrots, and I built up this oak wall all the way around, just to give it a bit of separation. And I've got to admit, it looks pretty good. And that is all we've got time for. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Ripmonts, and you guys are bloody awesome.